and therefore inherited across generations. Religion, on the other hand, is not inherent. It's a belief in a supernatural being. So, to state the very obvious, you can change your religion at any time, but the same cannot be said about your race.
Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the TV reality show. Yesterday I'm back again with an amazing talk from Douglas Murray. Obliterate Muslim scholar and leave him speechless. Actually, I don't know how it's going to be. Wow, the English is low. So, without wasting much of your time, let's watch the video.
Dozen people were killed, and they're now being smeared as racists, like this gentleman here. And I think that's intolerable.
No, I did not.
He clearly knows nothing about Charlie Hebdo.
I just gave you an example.
About France, nothing about French traditions of free speech. Charlie Hebdo is a left-wing, anti-racist publication. It has lampooned and does lampoon everybody.
January 7th, 2015 is a date we will not forget in a hurry. Why? On that unfortunate date, the Paris offices of the newspaper Charlie Hebdo were attacked by two Muslim extremists. 12 people were killed and many others were injured. The attack was in response to Charlie Hebdo's publishing of cartoons depicting Prophet Muhammad. So you are about to watch a debate where, in the wake of the attack, Douglas Murray gives a piece of his mind to a Muslim scholar.
First of all, we have to remember what's going on here. This is an attempt, a very clear, very bloody attempt, to impose Islamic blasphemy law in France and across Europe. And it has to be stopped. That's why these men did it. That's why the journalists of Charlie Hebdo are dead. An attempt to impose Islamic blasphemy law in Paris.
We'll get back to the video shortly, but let me quickly say this. In France, religion is perceived as an opinion, and it's handled as such, without any special treatment. This means that anyone's opinion can change, as well as their religion. Therefore, it means that I'm allowed to mock and criticize other people's opinions and religions, as they are allowed to mock mine. That's simply equality. It allows France to protect free speech and freedom of conscience.
The problem is that unless you have an I am Spartacus, as you say, tactic on it, it's not worth any one individual or any one, well, let's put it this way, no one publication doing it, because, you know, after the Danish cartoons affair, Charlie Hebdo was the only paper in the world, really, that continued to say it is our right as secular French citizens to draw, lampoon, laugh at, write about whatever we want. We're free people in a free society. They were the only ones who held on to that, and obviously on Wednesday morning we know what happened as a result. So any one publication would, I think, undoubtedly put its staff at considerable risk. That's why I've suggested this week, repeated what Ayaan Hirsi Ali said after the Danish cartoons affair. We have to spread the risk around. The free press in the free world has to spread the risk around. Our freedoms hang on this. It cannot be left to a single individual or a single publication, a single satirical magazine, to hold the line for all of our freedoms.
Raza Nadim, I come to you because you are scowling.
Yeah, because I disagree with everything you said so far. Because
everything?
Yeah, most of what you said. Because I stopped listening after a while because it just didn't make sense. When he talks about we should, you know, the news, Charlie Hebdo publish whatever they wanted, that's rubbish. They were overtly racist towards Muslims. They were always lampooning Arabs and being overtly racist in most of their publications, and it smacks of hypocrisy because they were prepared, in the name of freedom of speech, to sack a journalist who wrote a column that they considered to be anti-Semitic. So how come there's a line there, but when it comes to Muslims, it doesn't matter, taking on the chin? Why are we treated differently from others?
Could I just answer that?
He was charged with a hate crime as well.
Sorry, it's really rich. There are 12 people dead.
Oh, please, no, don't try to use their deaths. No. Just don't. Please, don't try, because I just give you an example where they did. No, let me finish my point. The clear example where they don't care for freedom of speech.
Okay, on that example,
Douglas
will address that example. If it doesn't, we'll make
a dozen,
and then I'll come back to you and ask you another
a
question.
dozen people were killed, and they're now being smeared as racists, like this gentleman here. And I think that's intolerable.
No, I did not.
He clearly knows nothing about Charlie Hebdo.
I just gave you an example.
About France, nothing about French traditions of free speech. Charlie Hebdo is a left-wing, anti-racist publication. It has lampooned and does lampoon everybody. In recent years, it has taken particular delight in lampooning. Most of the attacks on Charlie Hebdo, the non-physical attacks, have been from the Catholic Church, repeated attempts to criminalize Charlie Hebdo for what it says about the Pope. Marine Le Pen, the far-right wing leader, is one of the main targets of their satire. You don't understand anything.
I just gave you an example.
Let's be honest, really, it's very sloppy to compare race and religion and to use them interchangeably. Race is often perceived as something that's inherent in our biology, and therefore inherited across generations. Religion, on the other hand, is not inherent. It's a belief in a supernatural being, so, to state the very obvious, you can change your religion at any time, but the same cannot be said about your race.
See with me, but let me run back. There's people are worried about blasphemy here, sort of stealth through the back door, or through the front door, whatever.
Very much through the front door. Can I just quickly, there are some people speaking about who have clearly sort of mugged up on Charlie Hebdo in the last couple of days and drawn from this tragedy whatever they like, but you really should know more if you're going to speak about that.
And I have shown more about this
You're going to need to know more before you smear dead
I'm not smearing. I'm not smearing all dead people.
One thing you may not be aware of. One thing you may not be aware of, but it's worth throwing into the discussion, is that there are laws on the continent, particularly to do with anti-Semitism and particularly to do with the Holocaust. And let me just explain, because you may again not know this, but the historical reasons for that. France has historical reasons to be incredibly sensitive of anti-Semitism in particular, because within people's living memory, tens of thousands of Jews were put on
shouldn't be
trains
sensitive
and
of Islamophobia?
No, let me explain.
Well, we shouldn't be sensitive of it. There's a secret website called Google. Let me
finish the point I'm making. There are very specific reasons in France and Germany why some of those laws exist. But let me get back to the main point where you've been trying to divert us from. That's this. What is going on with this is an attempt not to make Islam be treated differently, and not making Charlie Hebdo. It wasn't to treat Islam differently or Muhammad. It was to treat Islam exactly the same way that secular free people have the right to talk about every religion. Through the front door, some people through the front door with Kalashnikovs and others through the back door with this kind of weasel talk. What they do is try to make one religion free from being able to be criticised, and it must be stopped.
Many of us would absolutely agree with Douglas Murray here. What happened to Charlie Hebdo, though the most appalling incident of its kind yet, is in many ways far from unprecedented. It is rather a chapter in a long, concerted campaign to shut down criticism and discussion of one religion, its founder and its teachings. The aim of the campaign is to place Islam above the level of all other religions or ideas and make it immune from criticism. And the tactic is working. This campaign has been gathering pace for at least 25 years. It really started in the West in 1989, after the publication of Salman Rushdie's novel The Satanic Verses, which contained passages considered deeply offensive by some Muslims. The novel resulted in Ayatollah Khomeini of Iran issuing a fatwa, a religious judgment, in this case a death sentence, on Rushdie that forced the author into hiding. Though Rushdie survived, the fatwa was followed by the murder of a translator of his works and knife attacks on 2 others. Then, as now, some people claimed that Rushdie had been deliberately provocative. Then, as now, even if that were the case, it would matter not a jot. No society can be considered truly free if its members are terrorized into silence and hiding by fatwas and mortal threats. So we can say that the tragic killing in Paris is not really a story about one magazine or one country, and it is not just about freedom of the press. Instead, it is about the right of every single one of us to be free to express ourselves. And it is high time the nations of Europe woke up to how gravely that right is under threat. Let us know what you think in the comment box below. Also, kindly like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already for more interesting content. See you in the next one.
Alright guys, alright. Yo, welcome back. Yes, this question goes like this. Does freedom of speech give the right to offend? No, the answer is no. Does freedom of speech give the right to offend? And I said the answer is no. Okay, let's put it this way. If Islam is a religion of peace, why is it that almost 95% of Islamic countries are at war? Example, Iraq, Palestine, many of them. Come to Africa, Libya, all those Burkina Faso, all those Arabic countries in Africa, they are at war. Then sometimes I ask myself, why should I convert to a religion whereby I cannot be able to opt out if I want? Like, let me say, it is very, very difficult for a Muslim to just say, I don't want to belong to a Muslim community anymore. They will target a blasphemy and kill the person. I have seen. It's not I have seen this. So guys, Muslim brothers, I want to ask, why there is no peace among Muslim countries? I use Iraq as an example. Use Libya as an example. In fact, all northern part of Africa as an example. So let me see it on the comment section. Tell me, answer me. Convince me to join Islam. Yes, convince me. If you want to convince me. Because I have had a lot of experience, personal experience. So guys, I want to know what you think about this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe for my YouTube channel for more videos like this. See you next time. Bye.